Hi, welcome back to the channel. It's a sad day for me, so this is going to be quite a sad depression diary. It's not anything that's happened to me personally, but it has affected me. I went shopping today at the local shopping mall. There's a lake nearby, and on the lake there are a number of species of geese, as well as ducks and a couple of mute swans. So I've been feeding them for years now. So every time I see a new set of goslings or ducklings, I feel like a proud grandfather, or by now it's great, and God knows how many greats, grandfather. So what's happened in the last year or so is the land around the lake is being diminished because work is being done around about the lake and they can't come up onto the bank. But last Wednesday when I went magazine shopping, we saw our favourite geese, the Egyptian geese. Usually they have a sort of family of anything up to 11, 12 goslings. And we see them dwindle in number until it gets down to about half the amount. This year we found only one mating pair of Egyptian geese, and they had a single gosling, and it was beautiful, as all goslings are, with the downy feathers, and you can see the colouring as it's progressing. We haven't seen any goslings or many ducklings, but last week we saw one Egyptian gosling and it was gorgeous. It was with its parents, and it should have prepared me, because we know that they lose a certain amount. But when we went today, my carer and I, it was only the parents. I was so proud of this little gosling. I thought, great, lovely. And if you know anything about geese, they do not leave their babies alone. So it's obvious that it's dead. I don't know how it died. We used to take pictures and videos of each generation growing up. It's just really painful. I don't know whether they've been hiding their family up till now and they finally managed to get to the bank to come up to have a feed last week. But assuming they only had the one, and now it's gone, I don't know whether they're going to get another chance to have another family, because these Egyptian geese are kind of regulars to the lake, and there's no place for them to safely keep their goslings anymore. And it's like this could be the last generation of the family, and there was nothing I could do. All I can do is feed them every Wednesday, and then I see a beautiful gosling one week, and by the next week it's gone. There are some Canada geese. They don't seem to be having any children. There's some grey lags, although not for the last couple of weeks, but they don't seem to have had any babies either. And we saw about 3 weeks ago, we saw a duck with, I think it was about 5 or 6 ducklings. Haven't seen them since either. And it's just, the Egyptian geese are my favourite. And they come running to me as soon as they see me, because I've been feeding them for so long and for so many generations, and to lose the only offspring that they've had, it's really hard, especially when this has happened. And then I had another brain slip. I bought something in a shop, I got the receipt. I keep all my receipts until I get home. Certain things, like when I was buying VHS things, I've got the receipt for the very first VHS video I ever bought. And within a minute or two, I couldn't find it. Don't know where it went. I put everything down to put it into my bag, but the receipt didn't go in the bag. The receipt was in my hand. And I didn't feel it drop. I looked in all my pockets. I don't know where it went. So it's still a brain fart, because I'm normally so careful with my receipts, because in case I go into another shop, and when I open my bag to put the stuff in, if someone sees an item that they may sell in that shop, I want to have proof that I bought it somewhere else, and it just went. So I got that on top of the loss of the gosling, and I don't know. I don't know whether my brain's going to mush, or well, I know my brain's going to mush, but is the wildlife in my area, is it now just dissolving because there are There are days when I've gone there and there are no birds. The geese aren't there, the coots, the moorhens, the ducks, the swans are nowhere to be seen. And even the seagulls that normally try and grab the food, the swan and duck food that we throw to the swans and the ducks, and that geese can have as well, and so can coots and moorhens. We haven't seen any of them. What the hell is going on? And now to lose this gosling, I worry about the wildlife in my area now. Were they hiding a larger family and only got brave enough last week to bring up the one remaining? Or did they only have the one, which is unusual? Because over the past few years, they've had at least 10 or 11. And then some get picked off, and what picked it off? Was it the fox that some people say is living around there? But they hardly come up onto the bank because there's not enough room around the bank for them to actually wander around like they used to. A lot of where they used to congregate has been taken away from them. So you mostly see them on the water. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. I just feel so... It feels like there's been a loss in a family. And I only got to see it once. I only got to see the gosling once. We've got one photo and one short bit of video. Anyway, hope to see you again. That's it for today.